I would be. You're back on Dishing It Out with David and Nikki Nellis. We're talking about the taste of Georgetown. Before we get into that, I just want to quickly thank the people that support the show. The guys at Georgetown Bagelry over on River Road. Love them bagels, especially when they're warm and we still open them up.
They're here this morning.
Yeah. People at the Neighborhood Restaurant Group. You want to list them off?
Rustico, Church Key, Eat Bar,
Birch and Barley, Tallulah.
I said Tallulah.
Okay.
Vermilion. Buzz Bakery.
I think
that's it.
And also the guys at Founding Farmers and Farmers and Fishers. Thank you very much for supporting the show. All right, so Debbie, we've got a couple of minutes here. What else do we need to know about the Taste of Georgetown?
Well, as we have mentioned, Nikki will be our judge this year.
And I'm doing it with Amanda McClements.
Exactly. And we have a newcomer.
The two blonde bookends.
The two blondes, but we also have a new judge joining you this year. It's Sammy K from Hot 995 K Morning Show. And you'll have 5 new categories this year, and hopefully we get Oli excited about these categories. First one is most colorful dish, best use of spices.
She's like, look how colorful my dish is.
Yes, the pad thai could win for that. Dish that made you go, mmm.
That's definitely.
Most creative dish, and most delicious way to get a cavity.
Okay, so that's for the sweets.
That's for the sweets, which would be Georgetown cupcake, baked in wires doing the pies. We have some sweet crepes from Cafe Bonaparte and Crepe Amour, so you have lots to choose from. And also this year, attendees will have a chance to make their own vote. So they'll bring it to you guys at the judging table, or judging booth, I should say.
So how will that go down? Will people write a slip, or do they grab a ticket? What do they do?
Yeah, we'll have ballots available at the judging booth, and also when you purchase your tickets at the event.
Okay.
We'll give you the ballot, and they just have to drop it off to you, and you get to pick your favorite dish.
Oh, all right. Very good.
Well, I'm seeing Uli's kids. Is that Maddie and Molly? Am I right?
Yes.
Maddie
Hello, girls. So I assume they'll be at the Taste of Georgetown, too.
Do they help out? Do they help make the pad thai?
No. They just walk around and...
Okay, can we talk about some of the live entertainment that's going to be going on?
Yeah, we have 4 bands, jazz, Zydeco, and we also have like a folk group, and also the Blues Alley Youth Orchestra, who joins us each year. We have a bunch of information online at tasteofgeorgetown.com where everyone can see the full list of restaurants, and you can also purchase tickets online, or you can purchase them at the event.
Excellent. Okay.
All right.
So it's not just one ticket to get in for the whole event. You buy tickets for taste, right?
It's per tasting. One ticket is $5, or you can buy a pack of 5 for $20.
Okay.
And for the wine pavilion, it's 4 tasting tickets for $10, and proceeds benefit the Georgetown Ministry Center's Homeless Assistance Program.
That's a bargain anyway.
So it's a nice charity to feature as well.
$4 test.
All right.
Okay, $4
Get a bowl of pad thai.
Okay, for a bowl of pad thai.
Yes.
Yum.
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for this show to end. All right, ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it.
Lindsay
I really
Marsh.
look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, Lindsay, back to you. All right, so we have a chance to do one more taste. What do you recommend?
You're asking me to pick between my children.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to let you decide. We have a pre-prohibition style cocktail whiskey. An American.
What does that mean?
Pre-prohibition style?
Yeah.
Sure. It means that we are not using industrialization techniques to make the whiskey.
Okay.
So instead of the industrialization vats where you ferment the mash usually have tubes of water to heat and cool the yeast to speed it up or slow it down. And in that way, they can spend 4 to 6 hours fermenting something. We take a day and a half to do it.
So this is a small batch?
It's all of our products are small batch for sure. But this fermentation process, we just let the yeast do what yeast does. And the difference is kind of like the way Todd says it. It's a difference between microwaving a chicken or oven roasting a chicken. There's going to be a lot better flavor in oven roasting. So we do things the slow way.
It won't be rubbery.
It won't be rubbery. We do things the slow way. The other way, it's pre-prohibition and pre-industrialization technique is that we barrel it at 98 proof. So we barrel it at under proof, and then most of the industrialization companies do it at 125 proof.
Okay.
So more of the alcohol gets to touch the charred barrels. But then they dilute it down to what they end up selling it at 86 proof, and we don't dilute our products. We don't add water.
Okay.
So we take it straight from the barrel and put it in the bottles. So if you like the apple whiskey, you'll like this one. I also have our orange liqueur, which is like a Grand Marnier or a Cointreau, and I have our cherry liqueur with us today, too.
Okay. Well, I have to tell you this. I'm not a whiskey drinker at all, but this apple whiskey is very drinkable. It's almost a little scary. It really is.
Well, it's smooth because of our.
She's already been arrested once this year.
It's going to be smooth because of the way we
But that was
distill
because of
it.
drinking.
No.
Hello.
No, it wasn't a DUI.
No, I mean, it's just, it's very smooth. It's not sweet, because I'm sure a lot of people think apple and whiskey must have a really sweet flavor, but it's still smoky. It's still got a little, tang in the back. It's yummy.
Last question. Where, I know it's available in D.C.
Sure.
Where?
We have about 35 different bars and restaurants and retail stores that carry us. Up in your neighborhood, Ace Beverage up here in Tenleytown. Schneider's on Capitol Hill. We've got Connecticut Avenue Wine and Spirits and P
it's
Street
all
Wines.
over.
I try to go for one great liquor store in each neighborhood. Modern Spirits has us, Union Station Wine and Spirits. And then bars and restaurants, the Kimpton hotels have been great. Urbana, Firefly, and Post.
Urbana does great cocktails.
All have
So
us.
does Post.
Cedar, the bartender there, Matt Perkins, is great. He does really innovative cocktails with us. The Gibson carries us. Policy.
Fantastic.
So some of
You've
the
said all the right names.
better
Right.
places in
And what
town.
about on the web if people want to just check it out?
Sure. The website's leopoldbros, BROS.com. And actually, there's a website link that says where to find it. And all the bars and restaurants and retail stores that we're in are listed there.
Well, next time you're in town, bring the bros and we'll all talk.
When Todd comes to town, they keep promising me a distiller visit.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
That would be
Okay,
great. We would
great.
love it.
Thanks
But you
for
were
joining us.
terrific. Thank you for bringing all that in. It was really fun.
You're welcome.
All right. So we have done a lot on this show today, but as we do
Well,
on...
I've got some plugs.
Oh, well, plug away
Yeah,
then.
first of
We
all,
don't
I
have a ton
want
of time. You better hurry up.
The kind of things you're hearing about on Dishing It Out, multiply that times 500 if you go to the listareyounit.com. My usual shameless plug for Nikki's website. But if you go there, it's free to subscribe. You'll be joining about 32,000 other Washingtonians or Washington area people who are finding out about the hundreds of food, wine, brewski, and other events that are things happening around the area.
Beer.
And if you're not on the
Not
list,
brewski, beer.
you're not in the
Say
know.
beer.
So how
Say
about
beer.
that? Beer. I like brews.
I know, I like
Because I'm a
beer.
bro.
Okay. Oops,
All right.
Thank you.
So, and you can also follow Nikki on Twitter. And if you're still listening to the radio, switch over to WTOP at about 10 of 1, and you'll hear her talking about all the cool stuff coming up this week, including the Taste of Georgetown.
Absolutely.
And one other plug, real quick. I was in the Old Town Bakery in Kensington, Maryland yesterday, and they've started baking their own cupcakes.
Okay.
And Rob gave me a taste. And again, full disclosure, our son Sam works there. It was a dynamite cupcake. So if you're
Okay.
in Kensington, go to the Old Town Market. Their
Ask
food
for
is good.
Sam.
Ask for Sam. And give him a tip. So, but the more money he earns, the quicker we'll get him out of our house.
Exactly.
Okay, fire away.
All right. So as we do on every show, we like to feature a different charity, and there is a terrific one going on this week.
Okay, so Monday, October 4th, Food and Friends, which is the only organization in the National Capital Region, begins providing home-delivered meals and groceries to people who are living with HIV, AIDS, cancer, and other life-challenging diseases. So they're starting their fourth annual Slice of Life Thanksgiving pie sale. We talk about it every year.
They're actually coming in next week with pies.
I like pies.
Right.
Last year the pies were killer.
Yeah.
Each year, each pie that you buy will provide one full day of meals for one of your neighbors in need, and that's a big deal. Last year, nearly 5,000 pies were sold, and the goal for this year is to sell more than 6,000. The goal should be to sell 20,000. So
Exactly. So
when
we're
you-
on board.
Yeah, get out there and buy some pies.
Okay. And as we also do in every show, we like to leave you with a little quote, just something fun to end the show with.
Well, this is fun. This is an ode to absinthe from Oscar Wilde.
David's newest obsession. Thank
Well,
you,
it's
Lindsay.
not an obsession. I just want to know what the real truth is on absinthe. But anyways, he said, after the first glass, you see things as you wish they were. After the second, you see things as they are not. And finally, you see things as they really are. And that's the most horrible thing in the world.
Isn't that a delightful
What
quote?
a tortured soul he was. All right. Well, we want to thank our guests, Chef Guillermo Pernot of Cuba Libre, Todd Kleiman, who wrote a great book called The Wild Vine, Lindsay Marsh from Leopold Brothers, and Debbie Young and Chef Uli B from The Taste of Georgetown. And if you're down in Georgetown, go to Bangkok Joe's. It's a heck of a meal.
There
and
we
you'll
go.
enjoy yourself there.
And absolutely come and join us downtown next week.
We got a cool show
Down
next
in
week, too.
Georgetown next
Well,
week.
let's talk about the show, though,
Okay,
too.
so next week we have Jeff and Barbara Black. They are coming in studio. They are launching a huge campaign for the juvenile diabetes.
But just so you
fund.
know, that's black salt and Black's Restaurant in
Yes,
Bethesda.
and they actually have a
Black
new
Mark.
restaurant opening up on 14th Street pretty soon. So
Cool beans.
both Jeff and Barbara will be in, and it is Bacon Week at Restaurant 3. So we're going to be tasting lots of good bacon.
Well, not
next
only that,
week.
the guys from Michael Mina's Bourbon Steak are going to be in pouring cocktails.
I
That's going
know.
to be fun.
It's going to be a lot
too.
of fun. So we'll have a great show. And we want to. Do we have anything else to say?
Well, we really
have a whole
don't.
minute
But we
left.
want to thank everybody again. And listen, if you want to see what goes on this show, go to YouTube and we're changing the name of the show,
We are?
hopefully next week, to Foodie and the Beast. And if you go to Foodie, Foodie and the Beast, all one word, up on YouTube, you'll see clips from all of the last 5 weeks' shows and shortly this show as well. So join us on YouTube soon.
All right.
Thanks for joining us today.
This is David and Nikki Nellis. Have a delicious week.
Sorry, did I cut you off?
You did.
Oh, too bad. Bye.
WFED Washington, WWFD